I'm joined today by Shreerupa Mitra, the Executive Director of the Energy Forum, a think tank based in New Delhi. Thank you for joining me, Shreerupa.
Thank you for having me, Alexandra. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Just to start off, I would love to hear your views on how the global COVID-19 pandemic has hit India's oil and gas demand.
Right. As for almost all the most part of the globe, the demand in India for petroleum products really slumped drastically. So when the pandemic hit India in March, hit with full force, demand for petroleum products went down by about 47%. However, it gradually picked up. April through June, it came down to 27%. The demand contraction was 27%. So, and this was also because the lockdown was opened phase-wise in India. So that helped the demand for various products pick up. And in September, we see a very, very healthy in the context that we are living through now. So gasoline demand has in fact marked a positive 3.3% increase from last year's numbers, and the diesel has also picked up quite tremendously. But still it's negative, minus 6.6% lower than what it was last year. LPG, on the other hand, has consistently marked a growth through the lockdown, through March through September. That is primarily because of under the Prime Minister's the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. That's a scheme. It was decided that there would be free refills given would be given to below poverty line families. So for that, that helped really boost up the numbers of LPG sales. So it has been quite healthy throughout. Aviation fuel, that all over the world, as we know, that took the biggest hit perhaps. So that was down by 91%. However, it's now around 48%. It's from last year's numbers. So yeah, it has picked up, but still a lot of I see a lot of room for consumption to increase gradually.
Absolutely. Okay. And because India has been a key driver of global oil demand, how long do you think it will actually take for demand to bounce back totally to levels seen before the pandemic?
As we just discussed, some of the products are coming back to pre-COVID level. In fact, and petrol, because people have started using personal transport more than public transport, right? People are scared to use mass transportation. So that's come back, and that is likely to be up through the first quarter and through next year. Diesel, you see the numbers increase because of usage in the rural sectors, not from the industrial sector. So when the industries open up a little more, diesel sales will also go up. So that we are hoping is in the first the first quarter of next year. That should the numbers should reach pre-COVID levels. However, there are moving parts here, as we all know. If a second wave hits, and if the virus becomes more aggressive, etc. But aviation fuel, however, I think it's going to take the third and the fourth quarter to come back to pre-COVID levels. So that's going to take a while.
Okay, thank you. And can we talk a bit about how India is preparing for the energy transition?
You see, India is a peculiar case because we have 18% of the world's population and use only about 6% of the world's primary energy, and our energy consumption is about 1/3 of the global per capita average. So, and on the other hand, there is this need, there is this urgency to deal with climate change. So it's a balancing act for most countries, but for India, it is more so, you see, because of the developmental stage that we are in at the moment. And as you know, there is a lot of space for energy, for growth in energy consumption. We are already the third largest energy consumer in the world. Having said that, energy transition is something which is a very important conversation in the government circles, in the policy circuit, and there are many. I mean, this government is very focused on a gas-based economy. So as we speak, there are about 17,000 kilometers. I don't know. I'm not sure, about 10,000 something miles of gas pipelines already laid, and about 14,000 more underway. So which will all, there's a huge emphasis on city gas distribution networks. There's 6 new LNG terminals being built now. There is a lot of emphasis on biofuels. India has already, from April onwards, in between the lockdown, India's introduced BS6 or Euro 6 grade of fuel. So these are some of the very important steps that India is taking for to meet its climate goals.
Yes. Thank you. That's really interesting. And just to finish, what learning opportunities do you see from this year's Energy Intelligence Forum, and why do you believe that they are important in the current market climate?
It's very relevant. The forum that you are, this incredible forum that you have, you've brought together. Because as you know, we are living through unprecedented times. We don't really have a guidebook. We don't have, we don't know where to go from here, how to go. We are all negotiating things as they come and as they hit us. So it's very relevant to see the stakeholders across the globe who come and who will be sharing their thoughts on how they are negotiating this, and how and how they see the future, and how they see the future of energy, how they see the future of oil, how the refinery margins, how will they negotiate a peak demand, given the fact that COVID is, COVID may not be the last pandemic to hit us, and we really don't know how long this is going to last. So it's incredibly helpful to know what the leaders of the industry are thinking on the subject. So, and it's great that you got them all together.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Shreerupa, today, and enjoy the rest of the forum.
Thank you, Alexandra, and best of luck for the